Very well, Council. We resume proceedings.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Honorable Commissioners, I recall the Managing Director, Guarantee Trust Bank. Can you call the... Oh, he stepped out. Mr. Bolaji, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. You have the documents. You have to compile the documents relating to the two transactions.
Yes, ma'am.
The one that was aborted,
Yes.
relating to the Gambia government,
Yes, ma'am.
and then the second one, which was guaranteed by the Social Security.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's start with the Gambia government one, which is the earlier transaction.
Okay, that's it.
You have all the documents.
Yeah, this is it.
You have all the documents.
Yes, I do.
What documents do you have?
The business sale agreement and the various correspondent letters.
The business?
Sale agreement.
Okay. And the correspondence, the business sale agreement, do it in order. Put the documents in order and give us everything you have.
I have them.
Yes, tell us what you have for the record. You know it's a...
Okay, I have the correspondence, the letters dated 26 October 2009, the letter dated 23rd March 2010.
Yes, what are they about? I mean, what is the letter dated? The first one is from the Office of the President.
Yes, please. And it's titled The Proposed Sale of Gambia Joy Company Limited.
Okay. All right. What is it about? You don't need to read it, but you need to tell us what the letter is about.
It talks about an agreement between government to purchase the Gamveg factory at $2.7 million.
An agreement between government and Gamveg Oil.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
The second one talks about a letter saying that we write to inform that the government is in the process of buying the assets of a named company. That's the second one. While the one on the 24th December 2010 also talks about the purchase, and that was where you had the government has incorporated a company, you'll be notified all the details. That's what's written, some of it here.
There's a letter which indicates the price, which is 2.7.
Yes, please.
And that 700,000 was being paid.
Yes, please.
Is that in that letter?
Yes, please.
All right, thank you.
And then the other letter for the 18th May 2011. Talks about the making arrangement with Social Securities to issue a corporate guarantee. And
That's the letter that introduces a company.
yes, please.
All right. Okay. Is that all?
Yes, and then you have we have copy of the bank guarantee of the board resolution from Social Security for that. We also have the banking facility that was sent to the Ministry of Finance from the bank.
Okay, okay, that is in relation to the second part of the transaction.
Yes.
Okay, can you put that aside? Let's just have the business sales agreement.
Okay.
What is the date?
For the business sale agreement,
Yes, what is the date of the business sales agreement?
there was no date on it.
Okay, there wasn't a date on it.
There's no date on it.
Okay, who signed?
From what I see on behalf of
Sorry,
Gamveg,
can you go back? The parties are there. You said there is no date, but are the parties indicated?
yes.
Who are the parties?
It says Gamveg Oil Limited, a company incorporated under the laws of the Gambia. Purpose of this agreement by Mohamed Bazi Amadou Samba, the seller, and the government of the Republic of the Gambia, acting through the Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs,
Okay,
the
thank you.
Honorable Minister Mamburu Njai.
Very well. Okay, now tell us who signed and
Okay.
for whom.
For Gamveg, you had Mohamed Bazi and Amadou Samba signing.
Are you sure Mr. Samba signed?
Yes, sir.
He did sign the agreement.
Yes, signature is here.
Okay, very well. On behalf of government,
I don't think there's this. I don't see any. I can't see any signature here on behalf of government. That's
there is
what I have.
there is no signature on it
Yes,
on behalf of government.
I can't see.
Very well. There was a letter which indicates that Mr. Mamburenjai should endorse the agreement. Do you have any record that he actually endorsed the agreement? Do you have any
There are
record?
some endorsements here. I don't know who. I can't pick who signed, who endorsed it.
Okay, but how many endorsements are
I
there?
can see two.
2 endorsements.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Samba was your chairman. Did he endorse the agreement? You should recognize his signature. Did he endorse the agreement?
Yes, I think so. Yes, yes.
By endorsement, you mean initialing every page?
Yes, initial, yes.
So it looks like it's Mr. Samba and Mr. Bazi who initialed the agreement,
Yes,
and you didn't get a signature from the government.
yes, ma'am.
All right. Put the package together. Okay. Can I have the package? Let's go on to the second part.
Okay.
Now, we know, as you have indicated, that this one did not go through. And you said yesterday that a company was identified, which is KGI International.
Yes, sir.
And tell us how the transaction was then structured.
How the transaction was structured, a loan was availed, like I mentioned, to KGI. A loan was availed to KGI for $2 million. And we have the offer letter with me here. And we got a corporate guarantee of Social Securities and a letter of set-off from Social Securities to the tune of $2 million. And we have the loan agreement between Guarantee Trust Bank and KGI. So once this loan was granted, the $2 million was transferred into Gamveg's account.
So it was a condition precedent to the granting of the loan that there had to be security from Social Security.
It wasn't a condition, but that was one of the security they gave to us.
Can you look at your facility agreement, whether one of the conditions was that it would be a
Okay.
facility,
Okay.
there would be a security from Social Security?
Okay, it says, okay, executed corporate guarantee of Social Securities, corporation in form of a lien on fixed deposit.
That
equivalent-
was one of the conditions?
Yes, please.
Yes,
That
thank
was
you.
after the discussion, yes.
Right. And then Social Security did provide the corporate guarantee.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have it in that package.
Yes, ma'am.
And there is a resolution of the board, you said, to that effect.
There's a what?
There's a resolution of the board to that effect.
Which board?
Social,
Social Securities Board?
yes, I thought you mentioned a resolution. Did
No,
you not?
that was for the government.
Ah,
It's different.
very well.
Yeah.
You don't have the resolution
No,
for this
no.
one.
It was just the bank guarantee and the letter of set-off that was submitted.
All right. Do you have a business sales agreement for that one as well?
Yes, I do. It's here.
Okay. Can you put it together? What is the date of the business sales agreement?
On the 27th day of October 2011.
Who were the parties?
It was Gambej Oil, incorporated under the law of the Gambia. Purpose of agreement by Mohamed Bazi and Mr. Amadou Samba, seller, and then KGI, and the agreement was by Pa Bojang.
Was signed by?
Pa Bojang.
Oh, sorry. KGI was represented by
Pa
Pablo.
Bojang, yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the signature page. Tell us who signed.
Okay. The signatories are Pa Bojang for KGI, and for Gamvej it was Mohamed Bazi and Amadou Samba for Gamvej.
Did they both sign?
Yes, please.
Did they both initial the agreements, or all
Yes,
three
they
of them?
did. They
All
did.
three initial the agreement.
Yes, please.
Okay, let's put together the package. Can you collect the package? So subsequent to the transaction being agreed and Social Security fulfilling its part, was a loan given, disbursed to KGI.
Yes, please, ma'am.
So what happened?
A loan was disbursed, and like I said, it was used to effect the payment into Gamvej's account.
Okay.
And,
So the 2 million was paid into Gamvej account.
yes, please, ma'am.
All right, the dollar account, I
Yes,
presume,
please.
that you tendered yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
So what happened?
And obviously, after a while, it was clear they were not meeting the repayment on KGI. And sometime in December, we had to notify them that come.
December which year?
Do you have the letter? Where are all the correspondence for KGI? Okay. So, like I said, in December 2015, we now started communicating with them that they were not meeting repayments. And
Tra- Communicating with Gamvej.
with KGI,
Very well, KGI, yes.
yes, that they were not meeting repayments on their account. And also, in that December, also we had to write, when we write them, we also copied, we wrote to Social Securities and also copied KGI that they had outstanding of 2,069,646.72 debit on their account.
US dollars.
Yes, please.
So what happened?
And so when we didn't get a response from them, we also wrote to Social Securities, giving them a notice of a set-off. That was on the 28th December 2015. And we also wrote
And what did the set-off constitute?
that we are going to offset the 80 million fixed deposit they had and credit KGI's account to recover the $2 million that was outstanding.
Did you do that?
Yeah, we did that.
What is the date of the set-off?
You have it on. So it was on the, hold on. I can't see it. Sorry, I'm going through it. Let me check. I think I read something down here. Is this not done?
Could it be 28 December 2015?
28?
28.
This. Wait, let's check this. 28 December 2015. No, it wasn't, it didn't go into dollar account. It went into the dollars. It should be the dollars account.
Would the statement be helpful to you?
Yeah, that's what I'm going
You are
to.
looking at the statement.
Okay, maybe I could go through it, what you have.
No, the statement of Gamvej is probably not helpful to you because I'm going to show you a document. You
Okay.
can confirm whether this is an extract from the Social Security
Okay, account. Okay.
account with you.
Okay, yes, that's true. On the 28th of December 2015.
That's an extract of the Social Security account with
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
showing the debit of
Yes.
80 million from that account.
Yes, ma'am.
Could you add it to your package, please? The
Okay.
package that you're compiling, those documents. Thank you.
You want me to add it to what?
Those letters that you are looking at, we are going to
Where
have them admitted. You can add it to them,
Okay.
showing, of course, the set of you mentioned. So what then happened after that?
Okay, afterwards, we like I said, we wrote to Social Securities. Social Securities, I think one way or the other must have gotten in touch with the Office of the President regarding the set-off. And they got a letter, which we were copied in, stating that these funds, that the guarantee was supposed to have been called off since 2012, and that the monies that they even paid, which was that 700, referring to the 700,000, that they were going to ask Gamvej to return the money back to them, that they no longer want the machines, they don't want the factory again. So that was the letter we got.
Do you have a copy of the letter there? And when did you receive that letter? It's exhibit.
It's not here. There was a letter from government. It's not here. Okay. Okay, the letter was dated 4th of January, addressed to Managing Director of Social Securities. And in that letter, it says, I write with reference with your letter dated 15th on the above caption, which was addressed to the Managing Director of Candelite Group International. The said letter was brought to the attention of the office, and I've been instructed to inform you that KGI has nothing to do with the 2 million credit facility in question, and it was not negotiated with authorization of this office. Therefore, the matter should be taken up with those who took the loan without authorization, Messrs. Usman Y. Bojang and Mohamed Bazi. Moreover, Social Securities was written to in 2012 to withdraw their guarantee. government acknowledges a loan of 750 by installment to invest in GAMVEG, but we are no longer interested in the factory. Therefore, government is withdrawing from the deal immediately and asking for the refund of the amount so far paid, after which the factory can be sold by the bank if they wish to. So this was a letter that was sent on 4th of January. And once we got this correspondence, we informed our board, and I remembered on the 20th of July when the board sat on this issue, we had discussion on the issue of the KGI and the offsetting of the Social Security's 80 million. And the issue came up that the chairman, our former chairman, Amadou Samba, said he was a bit worried about what we've done, and that it would be better that we reverse the 80 million back into Social Security's account. And the issue was, okay, if we do that, who then will be responsible for the liability in KGI's account? Because now that government is saying they no longer want the factory, it means GAMVEG should take charge of that liability. And it was agreed at that board meeting that we're going to reverse the 80 million, and the liability of KGI was going to be transferred to GAMVEG, and GAMVEG will take over the liability. And that the two owners of GAMVEG, Amadou Samba and Bazi, will share the amount equally and take that amount and pay the bank back. And that was what happened. Yes, ma'am.
That was how it was dissolved. All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
let's have all the documents together. Now, do you have the fixed deposit that was liquidated?
Yes, ma'am.
What was its tenure at the time it was liquidated?
What was the what?
Its tenure at the time it was liquidated.
Normally, Social Security's fixed deposit is always a 1-year tenor fixed deposit.
And on what was the what was the interest rate on the fixed deposit account?
I am not too sure about what the interest rate was at that time.
Did you normally issue certificates?
We do letters to them, yes.
You do letters to them indicating the tenure and the
Yes,
interest rate. We would like to have a copy of,
Okay.
of that letter applicable to that particular fixed deposit that was liquidated. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted 3 bundles? The first one comprising the transaction between GAMVEG and the bank in relation to a loan in relation to the purchase by Gambia government of GAMVEG Oil Company Limited, which actually should be GAMVEG Oil Limited. The second package comprises the transaction between KGI and GAMVEG, secured by corporate guarantee from Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation. The third are letters concerning the set-off of the corporate guarantee and the reversal of the set-off.
Is there?
This is HFC. It has to be Social Security.
Yes, Mr. Bolaji, that letter does not appear to have the name of the addressee. Can you insert it, please, and initial against it?
Initial.
Yeah. Have you initial it? Have you put your initial against it? Yeah, all right. Okay, now. Yeah, thank you. business sale agreement, undated but presumably dated on or about April 2010 between Gamvej Oil Limited and Government of the Gambia, re the sale of the Gamvej business and assets as a going concern, plus related correspondence. Admitted Mark BB 75A. Correspondence commencing 29th November 2011, ending 4th January 2016. Between KGI International, Social Security Housing Finance Corporation, GT Bank, and the Office of the President, re-term loan of $2 million in favor of KGI plus SSHFC bank statement confirming debit of $80 million, i.e. $2 million. Admitted Mark 70 BB 75B. One, business sale agreement dated 27th October 2010 between Gamvej Limited and KGI Limited, re the purchase of Gamvej business and assets as a going concern. 2, loan agreement dated 25th December 2011 between KGI and GTB relating to $2 million. 3, bank facility letter dated 28th June 2012 concerning the said loan. 4, corporate guarantee for $2 million by SSHFC in favor of KGI. 5, letter of set-off dated 27th December 2011 for the sum of $2 million by SSHFC to GT Bank, all in one bundle. Admitted Mark BB 75C.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have no further questions, so the witness, you may have.
Very well. You may leave. Thank you.
I recall the Governor of Central Bank, represented by Mr. Atikan Diba. Mr. Atikan Diba. He has to be sworn. Did somebody go to call him?
I swear by the Almighty Allah
I swear by the Almighty Allah
that the evidence I shall give to this commission
that the evidence that I shall give to this commission
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
but the truth.
So help me Allah.
So help me Allah.
You can wait for the instruction.
Thank you.
Could you state your names, please?
My name is Atikan Diba.
Can you spell the first name? ATT.
ATTIKAN.
You work at the Central Bank.
That is true.
What office do you hold?
I'm a principal finance officer.
Where do you live?
I live in Burusubi.
Please sit down.
Thank you.
The governor was summoned to produce the statement of account and related documents relating to the HIPC and MADRI relief account.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have it?
Yes, I have it with me.
You have the statement, and what, do you have the account opening information?
Yes.
Transaction documents? Do you have
Yes,
them?
we also have that.
You have all the transaction documents?
About 95%.
About 95%.
Yes.
Very well. Can you put them together? We will admit them. Could you tell us what HIPC and MADRI stand for?
The HIPC stands for Highly Indebted Poor Countries.
Highly indebted poor countries.
Yeah. And the other one, MADRI, I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't.
Okay. This is a direct rate of treasury account.
Yes, it is.
When was it opened?
This account was opened on the 9th day of July 2007.
9 July 2007.
Yes.
Right. Instructions to pay money out of this account were received from which department?
It will be coming from the Accountant General's Department.
Right. Now, can you put them all together? I would like to admit them in a bundle. I'd just like you to confirm that from the statement, these transactions I'm going to mention, the transaction documents for the ones I'm going to mention were found.
Okay.
The debit maybe I should just ask a general question. Have you found the transaction documents for all the debit transactions?
Let me confirm that quickly.
Since you say 95%, I think it's quicker to tell us which ones you could not find.
Yes, I will be able to tell you very quickly. Yes, we found for all the debits, except for 2 of them where we only have the voucher, the supporting instruction.
Yeah, which ones? Which ones? Give us the dates and the amounts.
Transaction dated 24th day of December 2010, 131 million.
24th December 2010.
Yes, 131 million.
Dollars.
Yes, dollars. 131,708 dollars, 8,741.00.
Okay.
That's a credit.
Oh, you couldn't find. I'm talking about debits. Which debit transaction could you not find?
We found all the debits.
You found all the debits?
Yes.
Excellent. Could you just confirm, in relation to the transfer of $700,000 to Gamveg Oil,
To
Gamveg Oil Limited?
Okay. Dated 18th day of January 2011.
Yes. Could you confirm where the instructions came from?
The instruction came from the Accountant General's office. It is signed by Lamin Singati and Annie Carroll.
What is the date?
The date on the document is 17th of January 2011.
Okay, very well. There's a cash payment stated according to this in the bank statement to be payment to HE. Cash payment of $9,810,500.
Date?
It's dated 24th of December 2010.
24th December.
$9,810,000, 24th December 2010. Debit transaction, $9,810,500 cash.
Yeah, I just saw it. Transaction number 9. Yeah. That's the instruction.
You have the original statement with you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I suggest you look at the original statement.
Yeah, that's the original
But
statement.
you can't find the transaction.
It's here.
The transaction document, you can't find
It's also
it.
here with me. It is here with me.
All right, thank you. Who gave instructions for that transaction?
Well, there was a letter dated 23rd of December 2010 from the first letter was dated 21st of December 2010 from the Ministry of Finance to the Director of National Treasury, and the Central Bank was copied, asking them to request the Central Bank to transfer these sums of money. And they wrote a letter to the Central Bank signed by Lamin Singate and Agnes Macaulay.
Okay, to pay cash 9 million.
A number of transactions, about 5 of them, and this happens to be one of them.
What are the others?
The one you are talking about was denominated in dollars. The amount in dollars is $350,000, and that is the dollars equivalent you are seeing.
Okay, that
You
was
have another one of $2,100,000.
to be paid to who?
It was paid for Christian pilgrims. Christian pilgrims. Okay.
Christian pilgrims going where?
To Jerusalem.
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, yes. Okay. And you have another one, $1,382,533.91 bututs. Government's here on the hosting of the Wama Media meeting in Banjul. Okay. You have another one, $7,120,000. It says paid to GIA on behalf of Central Bank of the Gambia. Yes.
These are the transactions.
And finally, two more to go. 8 million GRTS user fees.
GRTS user fees.
User fees, yes. It's paid to a trust bank account. And you have the last one, also 8 million, paid to the United Nations World Tourism Organization. These are the transactions in this list.
I see. All right, very well. Can you put them together? We will have them admitted. I'm sure the Director of National Treasury would be able to explain the rest of the transactions. Okay. You said it was a highly indebted, poor country fund.
HIPIC stands for that. Yes.
How much went into this fund? Can you tell?
Yes. The total credit in this account stands at $305,657,341.14 bututs.
Is there any balance left?
Yes, the total withdrawals were $295,105,594.45 bututs, leaving a balance of $10,551,746.69 bututs.
When was the last transaction?
The last transaction on this account was on the 30th of December 2011.
In the debits that you have seen, how much money went into the National Treasury?
How much money went?
Money, yes, into the National Treasury.
Out of this total debits?
Yeah, Treasury main account from the debits.
I did not establish that.
You didn't establish that. Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Put it together. We'll have it admitted. There is a paper called Facts about the HIPC account
Yes.
that was prepared by your office.
I prepared it.
Could you initial it? Because I'm sure the Commission is going to ask you to do that. You will also be required to provide a soft copy of the statement exported to Excel.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Can I send it via email?
Yes, you may, to the Secretariat. Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted the account opening information, statement of account, and transaction documents of the HIPC MADRI relief account at the Central Bank of the Gambia?
talk to him. Please call Mr. Diba. Mr. Diba, we have all these documents with the name HIPIC and MADRI relief. You have told us about HIPIC. But you say you do not know what MADRI means. Well, you'll have to find out. Next time you come here, please tell us what MADRI is. I'm sure you have a way of finding out.
Transfer, funds transfer. Transfer of funds. Okay. Funds transfer information.
request for the opening of special account for the HIPIC and MADRI relief dated 3rd July 2007 from the Directorate of National Treasury to the Governor Central Bank, bank account number 012002000381, bank statement for the period 22nd August 2007 to 30th